When I was 21, I had just come back from living in Europe for 2 years, and I was in LA where I grew up. And there was an article in a local paper from a guy who had lived in Paris and wrote all about it. And of course, when you just had that experience, you get so excited that someone else had a similar experience. And I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to meet him. So, okay, so this is 1980, early 80s. And so there was no internet, there was no email, there was no texting. I called him on the phone. Somehow I found his phone number. His name was Steve Erickson. He's an author. He's a famous author actually now. I called him and I said, I love what you wrote. I would love to meet you. And he said, call me back in a month. And I said, all right. I wrote it down on my calendar. I called back in a month. When I called back in a month, he said, great, let's have lunch. We went to this awesome Mexican place. I can't remember what we talked about, but he was so generous and lovely and warm. But the first thing he told me was, whenever someone reaches out to me, I always tell them, call me back in a month because I want to see if they're serious. Once is not enough. And I never forgot that lesson. Once is not enough. And the reason I'm telling y'all is because when you do outreach, most people only do one effort and then they say verbatim, they never responded to me. And I like to say, not yet, but did you follow up, right? And so targeted outreach, the 4-step outreach campaign, which is in the Simplest Marketing Planner. There's a link to exactly how to do it, exactly how to say in the planner. That is how you follow up.